Every year, millions of people look at the maple leaf on a Canadian flag and see a promise of safety, a promise of a new beginning, and a promise of freedom. But for many, that promise is challenged before they even step foot outside the airport. You see, a Canadian airport isn't just a transport hub. It is a high-tech legal fortress where your future is decided in seconds. Most travelers believe that as long as they have a visa, they are safe. They are wrong. Behind those polished glass walls and polite hellos lies a complex system of silent rules. Rules about what you carry, what you say, and even what is hidden in your digital history. Today, we are uncovering the airport secrets that immigration consultants won't tell you. We are going deep into the laws of the border, the hidden traps of the CBSA, and the one mistake that can ban you from this country for life.
If you think you know how to enter Canada, wait until you hear what happens in the secondary inspection room. The moment you walk toward the primary inspection kiosk, the legal process has already begun. In Canada, border officers are not just security, they are specialized legal agents with powers that often exceed those of regular police. Here is the first secret: you do not have the same right to silence at the border that you have on the street. Under the Customs Act, you are legally required to answer questions about your goods and your intent. Consider the story of a young professional from Dubai. He had a valid work permit and a glowing resume. But when asked a simple question, do you plan to work for anyone else? He hesitated. That hesitation triggered a secondary inspection. In that small windowless room, officers aren't just looking for drugs or weapons. They are looking for inconsistency. They are trained to spot the tiny gap between your story and your documents.
The law here is binary. You are either 100% transparent or you are a risk. And in the eyes of the law, a risk is a person who doesn't get to leave the airport. This is perhaps the most shocking legal secret of the modern Canadian border. Many travelers believe their cell phones and laptops are private property. However, according to Canadian law and recent court precedents, the border is a unique legal zone. Officers have the authority to search your digital devices without a warrant. They can ask for your passcode. If you refuse, they may not be able to force you to type it, but they can impound your device for forensic analysis, and they can deny you entry based on non-cooperation. Imagine a student arriving for her first semester. She is excited and nervous. The officer takes her phone and finds a series of text messages from 6 months ago where she joked about finding a part-time job under the table to save money. To the officer, this isn't a joke. It's evidence of intent to violate the terms of a study permit. Within 2 hours, her visa was cancelled and she was put on a flight back home. The secret no one tells you is that your digital footprint is your most honest witness. At the airport, the law doesn't just look at who you are today. It looks at every digital shadow you've ever cast. Most travelers think the border is only looking for drugs or gold. But in the eyes of the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, CFIA, a simple piece of fruit is a biological weapon. Under the Health of Animals Act, bringing undeclared meat, soil or seeds isn't just a mistake, it's a threat to Canada's $70 billion agricultural economy. Imagine a family bringing a jar of homemade honey or a bag of traditional seeds to plant in their new garden. To them, it's a memory of home. To the officer, it's a potential carrier of pests that could wipe out Canadian forests.
The secret here is the fine. If you fail to declare a snack, you don't just lose the food, you face an immediate $800 to $1,300 fine and a permanent record in the integrated primary inspection line. Once you are on that list, every time you enter Canada for the next 10 years, you will be searched. There is a common myth that it is illegal to bring more than $10,000 into Canada. This is false. The law, specifically the Proceeds of Crime, Money Laundering Terrorist Financing Act, says you can bring $1 million if you want. The secret is the declaration. If you have $10,001 and you tell the officer, you walk through. But if you hide $10,001 in your sock and the dog smells the ink, the law allows the CBSA to seize that money. You might get it back after paying a penalty ranging from $250 to $5,000, but if they suspect the money is from unclear sources, they can keep all of it.
In Canada, silence about money is seen as a confession of a crime. This is the most sophisticated legal secret in the Canadian immigration system, dual intent. It is a law that says you can arrive at the airport as a visitor even if your ultimate goal is to become a permanent resident. The trap, most people lie about it because they are afraid. They tell the officer, I am just visiting for a week, when they actually have a PR application in progress. If the officer finds out, they charge you with Section 40, misrepresentation. This is a 5-year ban from Canada. The professional secret is honesty. Officer, I am here to visit, but I have a long-term goal to stay legally. The law allows this, but only if you can prove you will leave if your visa expires. For entrepreneurs and business owners, the airport is a legal minefield. Under the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, there is a massive difference between a business visitor and a foreign worker.
If you arrive at the airport and say you are here for a meeting, but your suitcase contains a hammer, a professional camera for a paid gig, or industrial samples to sell, you are no longer a visitor. You are now a worker without a permit. This results in an immediate direction to leave Canada. The secret? If you are bringing tools of the trade, you must have a specific work permit or a LMIA exempt status. Never call work a meeting. Safety is the reason people move to Canada, but your home country's safety tools might be Canada's prohibited weapons. Under the criminal code, carrying pepper spray, mace, or even a small pocket knife for protection is a crime. If a border officer finds a can of self-defense spray in your purse, you aren't just a traveler anymore, you are a smuggler of prohibited weapons. This can lead to criminal charges that will make you inadmissible to Canada forever.
In Canada, the law believes the state provides protection, not the individual. In the final hour, we discuss the invisible eye. While you are waiting in line at the airport, officers often have the legal right to check your public social media profiles. If your LinkedIn says started a job in Toronto, but you are entering on a tourist visa, you have committed fraud in the eyes of the law before you even reach the counter. The secret to a smooth entry is ensuring your digital life matches your legal documents. Canada is a land of rules because it is a land of respect. The secrets we have shared today aren't meant to frighten you. They are meant to arm you with the greatest tool any human can possess, knowledge. When you understand the law, you respect the foundation of this nation. Canada doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for honesty, it asks for the truth.
If you approach this border with an open heart and a clear understanding of the rules, this country will open its arms to you. The journey to a new life is never easy, and the gatekeepers are strict, but they are the guardians of the peace you are seeking. Study the laws, respect the system, and your Canadian dream won't just be a secret, it will be your reality. Welcome to the North.